Hello, everyone. With the addition of the Big 12, Pac 12, and MAC conferences having a 2020 college football season, this means that all Division I conference schools are going to be having a 2020 college football season. This is huge for us college football fans because with COVID-19 going around, we weren't even sure we could have a college football season. So today I'll be just going over specific details about the three most recent conferences joining and their plan for the 2020 season. So let's get started with the Big Ten. The Big Ten announced they were going to have a season and voted on it on September the 16th. Shortly after that, on the same day, an ESPN article was released stating their plans for the 2020 season. They plan on having an 8-game season that starts on October 24th. This is because they are able to participate in the college football playoff if one of their teams is good enough to get there. Because they're only playing 8 games, they will finish before the voting starts on the college football playoff selections. This will help them out in their conference if they want to get to a college football playoff, and it's one of the most prestigious things you can get in college football. In addition to playing 8 games, their schedule will only be in conference. So they won't play anybody outside of their conference. It'll be Big Ten versus Big Ten games the whole time, the whole season. And that's about it for the Big Ten's season. Just that they're going to start late, but going to play the least amount of games they can to be eligible for the college football playoff. And that they are going to be playing a conference-only schedule. So next, the Pac-12. The Pac-12 is announced that they were going to have a season and voted on it on September the 24th. However, the article about their plan wasn't published until the 25th. This was a CBS Sports article on their plans for the 2020 season. And in that article, it stated that they were also going to go with a conference-only schedule, meaning that Pac-12 teams would only play Pac-12 teams for the entire season, just like the Big Ten. But this time, they're going to be playing only 7 games, but they're starting a week later. So this means that they are also going to be eligible for the college football playoff, and that's good for them, because you don't want to be left out of that. If your team's good enough, you get in. So, yeah, just an overview of that. They're eligible for the college football playoff because they're playing 7 games starting a week after the Big Ten, and they're only playing in-conference games. So that's it for the Pac-12. And then last but not least, the MAC conference. So they announced and voted on a season a day after the Pac-12 did, actually, on September 25th. And then a different CBS Sports article was actually published later that day on September 25th, stating their plan for the college football season. So once again, you'll find a running theme with these conferences, but they are also going to be going with a conference-only schedule. They think that it's the safest way to go, and that's what most conferences are doing, except for the ACC. They're having one extra conference, but we're not talking about that. So the MAC conference will actually be starting 1 week later than the Pac-12, and they will only be able to get 6 games in at that point. But I don't think it matters, but they will be eligible for the college football playoff if one of their teams gets good enough. But that conference is not typically as good as conference like the SEC, Big Ten, ACC, etc. But still, if one of their teams does happen to be super good, then they will be eligible for the college football playoff. So just an overview here. With the addition of the Big Ten, Pac-12, and MAC conference playing a season, all Division I football schools will be having a 2020 college football season, even though it's going to look weird. The Big Ten will be playing an 8-game conference-only schedule. The Pac-12 will be playing a 7-game conference-only schedule. and the MAC conference will be playing a 6-game conference only schedule. Thank you.